So I told the guy, if you ever do that again, I'm going to fire your ass.
Shall I get that for you?
Please. Rub my neck a little bit, will you, honey? Hello?
Mr. Steinway,
Yes?
this is Jonathan Tibney, Brian Parker's butler.
Yeah, I remember you. You make one hell of a blueberry martini.
Thank you, sir. But I'm afraid I have some terrible news. Mr. Parker's dead.
You mean Brian?
Yes, Brian's dead.
What happened? How did he die?
He was on vacation in the Bahamas. There was an accident and he was killed.
Is this for real, or just another one of Brian's twisted jokes?
This is not a joke. I received a call from the Nassau police about an hour ago. They said that Mr. Parker died last night.
And why did they call you instead of me? I'm his attorney.
I don't know. But Mr. Parker left me with a list of very specific instructions on what to do in the event of his death.
Don't tell me this isn't one of Brian's twisted jokes. I'm his attorney, and you're just, hello, a butler? Not to mention the fact that he has 4 business partners. What's wrong with this picture?
Yes, I'm only a butler. But I was also his friend. He trusted me.
What do you mean by that? You didn't trust the rest of us?
Look, Mr. Parker was my boss, and I'm doing what he asked me to do. Can you come to the house for a meeting? Say 2 o'clock?
I'll be there.
Hello?
Mr. Bonney,
Yes?
this is Jonathan Tibney. I'm afraid there's been a horrible accident, and Mr. Parker did not survive.
Dad?
Yes, sir.
This is terrible.
Yes, it is. I understand that Mr. Parker left something with you for safekeeping. An envelope.
How did you know about that?
I'll explain later. We're having a meeting today here at the house. 2 o'clock. Can you make it?
Yes, I'll be there.
And please, bring that envelope. I have special instructions on what to do with it.
Hi, guys.
Hi, Will. How are you?
Hello, Will.
Please, help yourself to a drink.
Thanks. The last time I stood here with the drink in my hand, Brian was celebrating the Montreal deal. It feels odd that he's not here.
Mr. Calhoun, thank you for coming on such short notice.
Hello, Tibney. Good to see you.
Thank you, sir. Is everything all right?
What do you mean by that?
Forgive me, but you don't look well.
Oh, well. You know, I had some car trouble. It's parked about a mile from here.
You walked a whole mile.
Yeah.
You should have called. One of us could have picked you up.
Yeah, well, let's just drop it. Okay?
Let's get you a nice drink. That'll fix you right up. As soon as Joe gets here, we can start the meeting.
Joe's late? I thought I'd never live to see the day.
Mr. Calhoun has arrived.
Sorry I'm late. I had some car trouble. Oh, yeah.
Please, help yourself to a cocktail.
Thanks. It's the best news I've heard all day.
My day hasn't been so hot either. I caught a burglar breaking into my house. Well, I didn't really catch him. He got away.
You're kidding. You know, somebody broke into my place, too. Kind of a weird coincidence. We both got hit, don't you think?
No, I don't think it was a coincidence. I think he was after this. Brian gave me this envelope for safekeeping. I had it hidden so that nobody could find it.
Well, me too. I had it in a safe deposit box.
Well, what's in it?
I don't know. It was all very mysterious. Brian gave it to me and said if he ever died under mysterious circumstances, I was to take it to the police.
He told me the same thing.
So are you gonna call the cops or what?
Should I? Brian died in an accident. Is there anything mysterious about that?
As Mr. Parker's attorney, I think I should take over from here. I'll take those envelopes.
Like hell you will. If Brian wanted you to have these envelopes, why did he give them to us?
You know what? Brian's having the last laugh again. I mean, look what he started. We're fighting.
You're right. And the truth of the matter is, we, all of us, don't know anything. Tiffany has all the information.
Or so he says.
See? We're fighting. When Joe gets here, we can start this meeting, and then we'll find out what this is all about.
As we all know, last year was the best year that Parker Investments ever had. And I'm sure that Mr. Parker showed each and every one of us photos of his new baby, that 50-foot yacht that he bought.
Oh, God, yes. All he ever talked about was that boat and how much he was looking forward to his trip down to the Bahamas.
Well, according to the Nassau Police Department, at about 2 o'clock this morning, someone spotted a boat on fire out in the bay. By the time help arrived, it had burned all the way down to the waterline.
And Brian?
They searched the area, thinking Brian might have made it off the boat. But they never found him. He's officially listed as missing and presumed dead. Most likely burned up in the fire.
Are they positive that it was Brian's boat?
Yes. He paid a docking fee and had been anchored in the bay for a couple of days. In fact, a couple of witnesses say that they were on board last night for a big party.
Witnesses?
They weren't there when the fire started, if that's what you mean.
What else are the police saying?
Whatever happened, happened in the dark. And unless another eyewitness comes forward, they don't have anything to work with. There's not much left of the boat.
What about the party guests? Anybody that we know?
Ramon Gonzalez, Martha Lopez. Our contact at the police department is Captain Chacon, and he said that he would keep us informed.
My gut feeling is that this was not an accident.
Are you saying that Brian torched his own boat?
No, I'm saying someone else torched his boat. I think that someone robbed Brian, killed him, and then burned the boat to destroy the evidence.
Well, that's a pretty bold statement, considering there's not one shred of evidence.
I think Will's right. We all knew Brian. Brian was a show-off. I'm sure that if he was in that area for any length of time, everyone on that island knew he had money.
Regardless of the why and how, Brian Parker has officially and legally been pronounced missing and presumed dead. So now we're all faced with the same question. What happens next? What happens to Parker Investments? What about our jobs? And what about Brian Parker's estate?
Brian gave me this envelope for safekeeping. I've got no idea what's inside it, but I think now's the time to open it.
I think that I know what it fits. It's a videotape. There's no label on it.
Hello, everyone. If you're watching this videotape today, it's because I'm dead. Looks like this time the joke's on me. I'm not sure who's out there watching this today because I'm not the person responsible for putting together the guest list. However, I am confident it was Jonathan Tibney that got everyone for this meeting. For the record, I'm officially and publicly stating that I've left Jonathan Tibney in charge of settling my estate. Please give him your full cooperation.
This is ridiculous. I'm his lawyer. I helped him draw up his will.
I'm sure that my ex-lawyer, Abraham Steinway, is not happy that I left Jonathan Tibney in charge. By the way, you're fired again, Abe. I never did trust you.
He just called me a crook.
What are you going to do, Abe? Sue a dead man? Actually, my dear friends, I didn't trust any of you. And let's face it, the only reason why you're here today is to find out if I left you anything in my will, right?
He's drunk. Whatever's in his will, I'm going to contest it.
Of course, whatever my will says, you greedy vultures aren't going to be happy with it. But a bit of a warning. If any of you challenges the contents of my will, you will get nothing. Now, before we read my will, I've got a surprise for everyone. We're going to play a little game. Just like the lotto, you can't win if you don't play.
It's amazing. Brian's dead, but he hasn't changed a bit.
I gave Buddy Buford an envelope to open in the event of my death. Go ahead and open it. I'll see you soon.
Here's another key. It says for Brian Parker's private reserve. What's that mean?
There's a locked cabinet where Mr. Parker kept his best brandy. He called it his private reserve. To Tibney, from Brian. This box contains materials and instructions to construct a Ouija board. Everyone in the room must participate in the procedure. No exceptions, no excuses. Anyone who does not participate will be disinherited and will automatically forfeit 100% of any and all proceeds from my estate.
This is ridiculous. This is total bullshit.
Wait, there's more. I assure you that this document is totally legal, and any violation of my wishes will be dealt with accordingly. Everyone in this room has now become a witness to the proceedings, and may be called upon in court to swear under oath.
Let me ask you this. Do you know what Brian has asked us to do? He wants us to use the Ouija board. You know what that's used for?
No.
The Ouija board is used to communicate with dead people. So, we can only assume that Brian wants to talk to us.
Brian, your body hasn't been found. Are you really dead? Brian's dead.
Was your death an accident?
Were you murdered?
Did you see who did it?
Was the murderer a stranger?
Is the murderer someone that we all know?
Is the murderer someone in this room?
Do you have any proof that it was one of us?
I think that we've had enough.
We all know what the next question is, and if you won't ask it, then I will.
You mean, which one of us is the murderer? Let's move on to the next step. Mr. Olveri, I believe that you also have something to show us.
Yes, I have.
Now, if you'll please hand it over, we may proceed.
Here we go again.
This key is for the small file box. Tiffany knows which one.
Stop whatever you're doing. Play this tape before you do anything else.
What are we playing this time? Russian roulette?
Little by little, someone's been stealing from the company. Little from this project, little from that project. Very cleverly. So cleverly, in fact, I don't know quite how you did it. Congratulations. What I do know is how much you've stolen. And at this point, it's about $10 million. I always said to myself that I'd catch you if it's the last thing that I do. I intend to keep that promise. You're gonna help. Here's what we're gonna do. At precisely 3 p.m. today, Abe Steinway is gonna open my will and read it. In it, you'll find that I've been very generous to you all. But between now and 3 p.m., one of you is gonna confess to being a thief. If you confess to the crime, you walk away with $100,000, a clear conscience, and no criminal charges will be filed against you. If the thief does not confess, then nobody gets a dime. You have until 3 p.m. You better get started. I will get the last laugh after all. Cheers.
If I may make a suggestion, it seems to me that nobody really cares who the thief is. Just an acknowledgement that there is a thief. It's something to satisfy a technicality in Brian's will, so that we can get paid. So, Mr. Steinway, since you're Mr. Parker's lawyer, I have a question for you. If the thief is not going to be prosecuted, who needs to know who the thief is? You?
What exactly are you proposing?
We could hand out slips of paper, like a secret ballot, and each of us would indicate our guilt or innocence privately. We collect them all in a big envelope, seal it, and file it away with Brian's will, never to be opened or read by anyone, including you. Can we get away with that?
I have to admit, that's a brilliant idea. Like you say, we just filed away with a signed affidavit, never to see the light of day, and all perfectly legal.
Does anyone object? Or have a better idea? And here is Brian's thief.
With 2 minutes to spare, I hereby bequeath to my butler and confidant, Jonathan Tibney, the sum of $150,000 in cash, regardless of the final valuation of my holdings. To my business associates, Ted Calhoun, Buddy Buford, Joe Alvery, and Will Bonney, I hereby bequeath to each of them 20% of my net holdings.
How much is 20% worth?
Well, if you throw in his membership to the country club, I'd say the whole thing is worth about $65 million.
So 20% of 65 million, that's about...
13 million.
Congratulations, gentlemen. Wait a minute. Listen to this. Before Ted Calhoun, Buddy Buford, Joe Alvery, and Will Bonney receive any proceeds from the estate, they will be required to place $10 million into an escrow account.
What?
This $10 million shall be added to the total assets of the Parker estate and divided pursuant to the instructions of this will.
So we have to pay $10 million of our own money so that you can give it back to us? That doesn't make any sense.
Brian always was like a pit bull. He claims that one of us stole $10 million from us, and that's that. He wants his money back, and he intends to get it.
But then he wants to give the money back to us. That doesn't make any sense, does it?
Well, personally, I think his message is, if you steal food from the family, then everybody starves. And the realization that one of his partners was stealing from him must have been unbearable.
Look, I want to get this over with, so I'm going to lay my cards on the table. There were some deals that I orchestrated on my own. I did them on my own time, with my own contacts, with my own telephone. If Brian calls that stealing, well, we have a difference of opinion. Now, I will put the money into the escrow account to finish this thing. But I'll tell you right now, I only have $4 million, not 10.
I had something similar happen to me in Paris. I was just finishing up a deal for Brian when I was approached by someone with a business deal. I won't bore you with the details, but I made $2 million.
4 million and 2 million is 6. We need 10. Anyone else? Will?
Call me a fool if you want, but I only collected what Brian paid me. That's it. I never stole a dime.
Joe?
Yeah, I've got the other 4 million. You know how it was? Brian was a cheap bastard. We did all the work. Brian got all the money.
Yeah, and on top of that, he took all the credit.
Okay, that makes 10 million, which will be added to the 65 million and then factored by your individual percentages.
For the record, I'm putting in $4 million and you're putting in nothing? I think that's bullshit.
The way I see it, you're putting $4 million on the table that doesn't belong to you in the first place, and you're getting up from the table with $15 million. Those are pretty good odds, no matter how you look at it.
And what about yourself, Mr. Steinway?
To my legal counsel, Abraham Steinway, I hereby bequeath the sum equivalent to 20% of my net holdings, blah, blah, blah.
And when can we expect to get paid?
If we're lucky, 6 to 8 months. But it could be longer if there's any problems.
Problems? What kind of problem?
Oh, any number of things. Legal issues, unpaid taxes, liens.
Okay,
lawsuits.
I get the picture.
I'd like to propose a toast to Brian for making this all possible.
Miss Fitzgerald.
Sorry that I'm late.
Gentlemen, this is Crystal Fitzgerald, Brian Parker's daughter.
Forgive me, but Brian never mentioned he had a daughter. Can you prove it?
Yes, I can prove it.
When was the last time that you saw Mr. Parker?
Last night, I was on his boat. I spoke with the police about it this morning.
What did you talk about?
With my father or with the police?
Both.
If you're asking who killed my father, you would know better than I would.
What do you mean by that?
You were his business partner.
Are you saying that we killed him?
I'm saying nothing of the kind. What I'm saying is you knew him better than I did.
Miss Fitzgerald, this is a rather delicate question, but how may we help you?
Meaning,
Meaning, why are you here?
my father said I was his only living relative. I've come to claim his estate. I'm taking over his company.
Oh, you are? And what about us?
The same arrangement as with my father. Anyone who would like to keep their old job will remain on the payroll. And that goes for you as well, Mr. Tibney.
Thank you, Miss Fitzgerald.
Could you please bring in my bags and show me to my room?
Yes, ma'am.
Now, if you all will excuse me, I'm going to go change into something a little more comfortable, and then we can continue this. I assume you'll be unsealing my father's will today.
Yes. As a matter of fact, we were just about to open it when you arrived.
Miss Fitzgerald, would you prefer the guest room or...
Take me to my father's room.
Very well. Please, follow me.
Oh, and please, help yourselves to the refreshment.
Houston, we have a problem.
You heard what the lady said. Help yourself to the refreshments.
We might be needing these.
Tibney,
Yes, sir.
how did Miss Fitzgerald know about the meeting today? Did you call her?
No. But Mr. Parker left instructions with me to send a telegram to an address in the Bahamas. I was not given any additional information.
Maybe we can buy her out.
With what? We don't own anything. And as a matter of fact, that $10 million that we just put in the escrow account, she can get that too.
Up until now, we're the only ones that have seen this. It's been a private matter. But if this goes to court, we'll have to explain the missing $10 million. Some of us could go to prison.
And let's not forget the fact that Brian may have been murdered, and one of us may have done it. May I get you something? Another cola, perhaps?
Yes, a cola would be nice, thank you. Diet cola.
Coming right up.
Miss Fitzgerald, I'll get right to the point. We've worked very hard to make this company what it is today, and we intend to keep it, all of it. We will pay you $500,000 in cash to simply walk out that door and disappear. You can either take the money and disappear on your own, or we will make you disappear. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Mr. Steinway, I must say that I find your offer to be most amusing. Do you know why? Because I was about to make you a similar proposition.
Oh, you were? What'd you have in mind?
I've asked someone to join us today. When he arrives, we can discuss my proposition.
Whatever it is, our offer is non-negotiable.
Here's your Diet Cola.
Thank you. I'm expecting a guest. I'll show him in.
Very well.
Sounds like she's willing to negotiate. That's good.
But I have a feeling she wants more money. That's bad.
She doesn't cooperate with us. We'll give her some of this.
And when she sobers up, she takes us to court.
This is not liquor, this is antifreeze. If you drink this, even a few drops, it'll kill you. But here's the beautiful part. It totally evaporates out of the body without a trace. Stops your heart, then vanishes. In the autopsy, it appears to be a natural heart attack.
Gentlemen, I would like you all to meet Mr. Ivan Shaw.
We meet again, Mr. Calhoun.
Do you know this guy?
Would you like to tell him, Teddy? Or should I? Teddy paid someone to torch Brian Parker's boat. Didn't you, Teddy?
Is that true? Why would you do such a thing?
Brian said he was going to the police.
That's enough, Ted.
You mean you were in on it too?
Back off, Will. This doesn't concern you.
You too? The three of you? Who else is involved? Abe?
What do you have in mind?
My position has not changed. I intend to take over my father's company, and if any of you want to work for me, I'll keep you on the payroll.
And what about him?
Do I have to spell it out for you? Mr. Shaw is my insurance policy. He's my insurance that if any of you try anything, he'll go to the police with your plot to murder my father, in exchange for immunity, of course. I've assured Mr. Shaw that he will be very well taken care of.
Would you and Mr. Shaw step into the other room, please, so my associates and myself can discuss this in private?
There's really nothing to discuss, is there?
Perhaps not, but we would like to discuss it nonetheless. Now, if you will please excuse us.
Very well. Come on, Ivan.
Is she telling the truth? Did you pay the guy to kill Brian?
I had to. Brian said he had proof that I was stealing from him. He said I was going to prison. And I couldn't let that happen.
All you had to do was pay back the money. You didn't have to kill him.
Ivan was only supposed to scare Brian. He wasn't supposed to kill him. I never said anything about burning his boat.
How do you and Buddy fit into this?
Actually, I didn't have anything to do with it. I have to admit, I was relieved to hear that Brian was dead, but that's all.
I didn't have anything to do with it either. I only spoke up so that nobody would mention the missing money in front of Crystal.
We need to decide what we're going to do next. It's obvious that Crystal isn't going to back down. Furthermore, even if we fight Brian's will in court and win, we still face the possibility of going to prison on charges of embezzlement and conspiracy to commit murder.
Even if we quietly walk away and we let Crystal have everything, now we have Ivan Shaw in the picture. And I think sooner or later he's going to blackmail us. And we have to pay him for not going to the police.
It seems to me that we only have one choice. We become good friends with Miss Fitzgerald. We let her have Brian's estate. And we seal the deal with a toast. Everyone with me?
I'm sorry, guys. Count me out. You can divide my share.
Me too. I'll be back later for my things.
When they come back in, we're going to toast. Anyone need a refill?
Miss Fitzgerald, would you and Mr. Shaw please join us?
Will Bonney and Mr. Tibney have decided to retire from the company. But the rest of us would be delighted to work with you and to help you in any way that we can. I'd like to propose a toast. Please.
Oh, I almost forgot. One more thing. Hold this for me. Bayside Police, you're all under arrest. Nobody move. Do it now. Do it now. Move.
Hands on your head. Do it now. John, he's got a liquor flask in his coat pocket. Let me have it for evidence. Bag that for evidence. Take him downtown.
What should I do with these?
Whatever you do, don't drink it. And wrap those as evidence. And don't get thirsty. They're poison.
How do you know they're poisonous?
We've been watching you. Everything you've said and done has been recorded.
Everything?
Every word. And let's just say that you're going to need a better lawyer than him.
You can't use those tapes in court.
Oh, really? Get them out of here.
What I want to know is, how did you know that the drinks were poisoned?
Lieutenant Burton told me through this earpiece. While you and I were in the next room, he told me everything that was going on. They were watching it on TV right down there, through that door.
Mr. Shaw, we want to thank you for your cooperation in helping to nail those guys. The second that you walked in that room, boy, we knew we had them.
What will happen to me now?
Well, we made a deal. As soon as you testify in court that they hired you to kill Parker, all the charges against you are going to be dropped. So for now, you're free to go. But don't get lost. We do know where to find you. And here's your ticket back to Nassau.
Thank you.
Good job, Mr. Shaw.
Thank you, Miss Fitzgerald.
That's Lieutenant Fitzgerald.
I'm sorry, no disrespect intended.
That's quite all right, Mr. Shaw. Sergeant Lowell, Mr. Shaw needs a ride to the airport.
I'm on it. Let's go.
That's him. You've been poisoned. You need to get to the hospital. You too. They put poison in your drink.
No, it's okay. We didn't drink it. Everything's fine.
Thank God you're all right.
You can say that again. You'd better get to the airport.
Right, let's go.
Aren't you going to put handcuffs on him? That's the guy that killed Brian.
Relax. Everything's under control.
Ivan's gone. You can come in now.
Who are you?
Lieutenant Fitzgerald, Bay Police.
You're a cop. Is Ivan Shaw a cop too? Is that why you let him go?
No, he's a hitman. No, he's not a very good one.
Am I late for the party?
Brian, you're alive.
Yes, I know. Good to see you, Will. Tibney.
And it's very good to see you, Mr. Parker.
I knew this was one of your stunts. I just knew it. And to think that I got all weepy-eyed for nothing.
Yeah, right.
No, really.
For what it's worth, Ivan Shaw really did torch my boat. No joke. Luckily, I wasn't on board it at the time. Unfortunately, somebody saw Ivan do it. He was arrested before they had the fire out.
Is it true that Ted paid Ivan to kill you?
We know that Ted paid Ivan to do something. But I guess we'll sort that all out in court. But I am sure that the missing $10 million was at the bottom of it. I still find it hard to swallow that people that I treated like family could do this to me. Even Abe was going to screw everybody. Do you remember when he told you that everyone would be dividing $65 million?
Yeah.
It's not $65 million. It's $96 million. Abe was going to keep the other $31 million for himself. You two are the only guys that didn't cut my throat. And Tibney, we never could have pulled this off without your help. I can't thank you enough.
So you knew about it all along?
Every detail. In fact, with the exception of the police, I was the only person who knew that Brian was still alive. Ivan Shore doesn't even know. Ivan still thinks that he killed Brian. Imagine the commotion in the courtroom when Brian appears as their secret witness.
Hey, Lieutenant. We just discovered Ted Calhoun has a bullet wound in the back of his left leg. How'd that happen?
That's quite a coincidence. I shot at a burglar this morning. I thought I'd missed. He shot at me and I shot back.
Small caliber, looks like a .22.
Yeah, that's what I have.
Ted had a gun in his pocket, too. You say that he shot at you?
Yeah, the police were at my place this morning looking for shell casings and so forth.
We'll pull the report and take it from there.
How did you set this all up so fast? The video, the hidden camera. Your boat burnt less than 24 hours ago.
I started putting this together several months ago when I began hinting to the others, one by one, that I knew who was stealing money from me, and that he was going to prison.
Did you know who it was?
No. I had to wait for someone to take the bait. I didn't even know if I would get out of this alive or not. So I made the videos and so forth.
Did the police give you protection?
None whatsoever.
In all fairness, nobody had threatened you. You didn't even have a suspect.
Right. Till my boat got torched last night. Don't get me wrong. You risked your life for me today, and I'm grateful.
I was just doing my job.
You know, Brian, you could have asked me to help you.
I almost did. Deep down in my heart, I knew you were the one I could trust. I was going to save this for later, but now is as good a time as any. Will, I'd like to ask you if you would like to be my new CFO, my Chief Financial Officer. You interested?
Are you kidding? Yes, of course.
Great. Start immediately. Twice your present salary. Tibney, my old friend, this is long overdue. But I want you to come and work in the office with me. As a full partner. You think you'd be interested?
My goodness, yes. I would be honored.
Good. Congratulations, partner.
And all we get is a handshake and a whole lot of paperwork.
Lieutenant Fitzgerald, you can take the rest of the day off.
Thanks. Get off in 10 minutes anyway.
In that case, Crystal, may I buy you a Diet Cola?
Oh, no. But a double scotch would do nicely. Jonathan.
Good. I'll have one too. Have you ever been to the Lion's Den?
I know it well. Sounds good. Let's go.
Gentlemen, if you'll excuse us.
Yes, of course. Mr. Tibney.